guys, welcome to Zao Body today. We're going to get more into the shoulders, which I'm very excited about because, well, shoulders, hips, they're the main joints, right? And I gotta tell you, they're the hardest joints for me to learn to relax. So I love discovering new things and discussing these parts of the body and then working with them. So I have a book here, and it's not because we're going to read, although Douglas Adams, highly recommend him if you want a good laugh. He's an amazing author. We're going to use the book as a prop, and the reason I want to use a book instead of a block is because if you don't have a block at home, please don't let it be a deterrent to your practice. You know, and that goes with so many things in life where, you know, we say, oh, until I have this next thing, I can't go forward. Or, you know, just don't let those things be excuses in your life. So take action now with whatever you have, and those things will appear as you start to take action. And, you know, get creative. It forces you to get creative, and maybe you'll find something new that you didn't before. So, stepping off my high horse, just use whatever you have. Let's play with it. Let's have a little fun. And we're going to start with good old cat-cow, because I don't know of a better, more simple stretch to really get into the whole spine, which connects to the shoulders. So today, guys, as we move through the shoulders, think of your arms not being lifted by the tops of your shoulder heads, which is how we tend to move when our back gets tight as we sit and all day long. But think of your arm movement being attached to here, your ribs, and being attached to here, your back. Okay, so with that being said, go ahead and find all fours. Fan the hands out. And then notice that the head is dropping down. That's a lot of weight for the spine to carry. It really puts stress on the back, and it puts us in that fight or flight mode, as much as this does as well. When we collapse the neck, fight or flight mode is stimulated. It's running all the time in the background, that background software of our brain. So really do the work to start to lift through the back of the neck. Pin the chin toward the throat and down toward the navel. And from there, breathe deeply into your sternum, into the middle of your chest. Now let's see how soft we can make this. So as you exhale, slowly, slowly start to let the ribs sink down as the tail tilts up. But keep the belly turned on. So feel like the waistband is hugging in toward your spine. And a lot of times we stay out of the shoulders here, so bend your elbows slightly, wrap the biceps forward, hug the armpits in, and then start to straighten the arms back out. So you're using your triceps a little bit, and to look up from your eyeballs, not by lifting your chin. You can hear the quality of my voice changed. I lost so much depth. So long throat. One more breath here, belly goes taut. And as softly as you can, exhale, lifting the middle spine to the sky. Now, this is a pose that we're generally pretty good at because we tend to round as we sit throughout the day. So as you come into the shape, think more about that head being completely free. Maybe shake it yes or no. And rather than thinking of lifting through the upper back, which is great too, but it's kind of something we're naturally good at as we round the back all day. Think of lifting the middle spine. Think of drawing the belly, the low belly, up into your back. And you really want to see if you can create space in the low back here. Take one more big exhale. Press all the air out to lift. And then inhale. And we'll just go a little bit quicker, but still smooth. So you can be fast without being in a rush. You can be swift without being in a hurry. One more inhale here. Press through the crown of the head. Exhale, round. Let your weight be heavy into your palms. You are pressing the ground away, but not so much that you're adding extra attention. Let your stacking of the weight do part of the work. Come back to neutral. And from there, we're going to come down to the forearms. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. The dolphin pose, if this is really tight for you on your low back or hamstrings, bend your knees a lot. I'm not concerned about the back of the hamstrings today. We're really working on the shoulder heads. So if your hands happen to be in right here, work from where you are, work from there. I'd rather have your hands in than your wrists tweaked in an attempt to open through the shoulders. So let's just, for beginner's sake, say that your thumbs are touching to each other, and your arms are rotated slightly in. Let the head go, and really see if you can feel a little bit of wrapping of the armpits. Lean onto your left side, turn your right arm out a little bit, and see if you can keep that as the armpit rolls underneath you. Press your upper arm toward your thighs. Let your jaw be soft. Turn your belly on so your legs don't have to work so much. Lean into your right side. Now see if you can turn your left arm out. So the arms are in line with the elbows, in line with the shoulders. Lift up and out of your armpits. Press into your elbows. And then let the shoulders rest back into their sockets. Can you see that movement? If you come down to your knees for a moment and look to the side, press, 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 press. That's a lifting through the armpits. And soften, 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 but you're still engaged. That's where we want to be. Shoulders in the joint. One more in-breath here, guys. And then exhale, set the knees down to the floor. That's good work right there. So as you come up, bring your book or your block along with you. I'm going to sit down. This is totally comfortable for me, but if you need to stand up to do this, go for it. We're going to start with one hand. So just hold the book in your hand. Let your elbow rest by your side. If it comes out to the side, think of your elbow having a weight on it, and it's just resting underneath your shoulder. So let your shoulder kind of be heavy a little bit. And think of lifting from your armpit. So it's like you're being pulled up like a little kid. Get that feeling happening. Palm is in line with the elbow. And start to roll your upper arm bone out. So it's like, hey, I got a little dish over here for you. You want it? I got some good stuff right here. It's a good book. Want to read it? So rolling the palm out to the side. If you get stuck and you can only offer it to the person at your diagonal, really work on softening through the back body here and letting the shoulder roll open. And it sounds weird, but half of this is letting the body do its work and not trying to hold on. That is like half the battle here. So let the book be heavy in your hand. Notice if you arch your back to move your arm back. It's actually not helping you, so think of the ribs pulled down and in. And just let that weight be there for one more moment. Big breath in through the nose. And exhale. Good. From there, switch sides. So just take that book into your left hand. I'm not mirroring you, I'm doing the opposite. Elbow into the side. Once you feel the elbow pin in, can the shoulder relax? And then like you're being lifted by your armpit a little bit, the side waist is lengthened, you're pressing out of your hips a little if you're seated. Roll the arm open. Just the arm. Avoid the temptation to use the wrist or any other part of the body. The elbow is still pinned into the side, and there has to be this moment of softening here in the upper arm. I'm still working on it. By golly, I am still working on it. So it's like the shoulder blade draws in the body and then goes flat down the back. And you just do the best you can. You keep breathing. You keep noticing all these tiny little things that keeps you in the present moment. Take one more big in-breath here. Feel the weight of the book in your hand. Bring it back to center. Remove the book or your block. And just feel that weight in your hands. Let the elbows be heavy. Feel the belly draw in so the back does not have to work as much. Once your abdomen is activated, your back can relax so much that you have way more mobility in the shoulder heads. Remember, the shoulders are attached, the movement of the arms is attached to the side waist and the back. Lift through the crown of your head. Spiral open through the chest. Start to straighten out through the arms by just lifting through the elbows. Shoulder heads down, elbows up. Shoulder heads down, elbows up. Feel the spiraling of your biceps and your forearms to the sky. Now muscular energy. So go ahead and make a fist like you're going to punch beautiful big holes in the sides of the room. Feel all that muscular energy contract along the bicep and tricep. Keep that so that the arms become a little bit lighter. The shoulder isn't doing all the work. The shoulder is just the pivot point. And then unfurl the fingers. And still have that energy in the whole length of the arm, but then let it all soften like 20 degrees. And breathe into your back. Lift through the back of the throat. And exhale to float those palms down to the floor or down by your sides. So I feel nice or what? So let's try this one more time. Let's do one more cat-cow, one more dolphin pose, and see how we feel. And we'll just go one breath, one movement. So as you inhale, belly dips, tail lifts, chest lifts, elbows wrap back. Exhale. Lift from the belly, lift the belly into the body. Dome the mid and lower back. Good. Now come down to the forearms. Let those thumbs touch. Let the elbows go out a tiny bit. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Legs bent or straight depending on your flexibility in the hamstrings and the back today. Front ribs knit in and up. Let the head go. Now lean into the left side a little bit. Let that right forearm turn out to neutral. You can look at it for a moment. See that the wrist is in line with the elbow, in line with the shoulder. Then lean back onto that right side and see if you can tuck your armpit down. Press it down and back. Good. Now see if you can lean into your right side and do the same thing with the left. And if that is not available to you, let that right arm bend back in for a moment. So each arm kind of stabilizes the other, takes turns if it's not available to you yet to be able to turn both of the forearms parallel. Let that head go. Press the hips back, back, back. Lift up in the shoulder head, lift out of the shoulder heads. That's a little bit sketchy for the shoulder capsule. So drop back into the shoulder capsule, snuggle it home like an egg in an egg cup, and press into your elbows, feel a lift in your tail. One more big breath here, and exhale to slowly set it all down to the ground. Take your time, and draw yourself up to seated, and then from here we'll just go palms up, roll the palms out to the side. Feel the shoulder blades have a little squeeze back there. And then reach out through the fingertips. Arms straight. What do you have to offer today? Give up all of your talents. Use them up. Let the world see who you are. Big breath here into the chest, into the back. Exhale, flip the palms and float the arms down. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Keep coming back for more. Let me know if you have questions, feedback, and have a fantastic day or evening. All right, namaste.